Alright then, what's good everybody? It's your boy, rather, grown-ass man, featuring the trade right here on Ralph Reed's Raw. We're about to get some new things done real quick. Before we start anything, you know we gotta do the mandatory thing. And that's shout out the members of the channel keeping this thing ticking. Let's go, Mr. Light, salute. Bo Nitro, salute. Power 3000, salute to you. Danielle Cunningham, hello. Eldar Cabal, salute. CJ, salute. I've been a healer, hello. Monster, salute. Damian Irving, salute. BLE 007, salute. Just Being Kiki, hello. Sherelle 5150, hello. Bella Isla, hello. Anthony Lees, hello. Calm, what's good? Renard Thomas, peace be upon you. Nana James, hello. Lisa Ward, peace. Marcus Valentine, salute. Tama, hello. Mr. Fulltime, hello. Desjuan Manuel, peace be upon you. Beverly Jones, peace be upon you. Brian Latham, salute to you. Mr. T, you already know how we do. And John Logic and friends, you guys too. The Ranters Union, stay on the check-in. All right then, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, Phenomenal Books presents the Renpet Phenomenon, and goddamn this clinky ass chair. Yeah, you're gonna hear that sometimes. I hope I don't pick it up on the microphone. When I hear that it's going to, I'm gonna have to re-record, just like I usually do. Y'all know how I do here on Ralph Reed's Raw. You know, I got to record multiple takes and pick out the best ones in the edit. You know how I do. And then as far as this story is concerned, as soon as I'm done recording all of it, I am going to also start recording another book before I start editing this story onto the main platform, if that makes any kind of sense. So shout out to Jaja and Medjay, the writer of this program here. We're going to start reading from chapter 5. Every chapter is an episode. So without further ado or further to do, let's let the reading commence. And then back this up a bit. You already know. Makes sense. All right. Cool. Let's freaking go. Whoa. I just did something stupid. 1 second. I know what I gotta do. I know what I just did. Give me a second. All right, I'm back. Gotta present the intros. You know, I wrote these. I write every single intro, and now it's no different. It's time to get that popping immediately. Let's go. Let's go. Boom. All right then. Salutations, Afrofuturistic children. Welcome to Ralph Reed's, brought to you by TURN, the United Ronin Networks. My name is Ralph Anthony Garcia, also known as R4, the legal, the loyal, regal, the legal, the loyal, the regal, the royal, Ronin Ralph, your master of ceremonies. I would like to take the time to thank you, queens and kings. I would like to take the thought. Oops. I would like to take the. I would like to take the time to thank you, queens and kings, for tuning in to Ralph Reads, and would like to humbly ask you to please like, share, comment. Wait 1 second, y'all. To please like, share, comment, subscribe, join the channel starting at 99 cents per month. Yeah, some things are still worth 99 cents. For exclusive, members only content, tell a friend to tune in to TURN, the United Ronin Networks. We are Ronin. Tonight on Ralph Reads, I bring you a 5th volume for the 5th go-round of Rising Death, the Renpet Phenomenon, Phase 1, written by none other than Zsa and Medjay. The winters are colder than ever, and that's just by design. None of us were supposed to see this far into time, but some of us made it through, trying to do our best. Let the reading commence. Chapter 5. Cell. 12:30 p.m. How did all this happen? I thought Tony was halfway sane when we met in a bar. Fuck! A boyfriend for months? 4 months of no problem. Nothing. A spat here and there about groceries, but nothing serious. Oh yeah, there was that time she wanted me, practically begged me, to bring home PCD suppressants. Funny how that didn't bother me, even when she withheld sex from me. But then again, for the whole time we were together, she never invited me to her home, or always changed the subject when I brought it up. Tony had a way of changing minds, but that didn't save her from Wayne, didn't keep her body from going cold. Tony. Yikes. Annoying gurgled and almost greasy, the word flies out across from me, shortly followed by the stench of the train. These trains are loud. Yanks. Annoying, gurgled, and almost greasy, the word flies out across from me, shortly followed by the stench of the breath that carried it. Everything about this place has me wanting to keep still and be ignored until I got out of here, whenever that happens. Each time I breathe, it is like cotton being stuffed down my throat. Something in the air is off. Something in the air is off. Almost on their own, my eyes are all too eager to focus on one area. The rusted drain in the center. Damn it. The rusted drain in the center of the floor, and dare not wander anywhere else. And dare not wander anywhere else. Regardless of the rustling, regardless of the rustling and the shifting of weight on the bench opposite from me, that could potentially be signaling me to start swinging my fists wildly. Stays, my vision stays with the carotid steel holes. Gradually, the awful mixture of what had to be reminiscent of cleaning products used on ragged mops, blending into the sweat from the walls, makes the perfect fuming environment to attack my eyes. Can't take it any longer. Forget keeping my eyelids open to be tormented and just plain out rub the shit out of them. The cold steel bench creaks out back. The cold steel bench creaks out back and forth, almost attached to the movements of my hand. Why is a bad scenario flashing before my eyes? Got me pressing my back tight against the wall. Getting nervous as fuck about drawing too much attention to myself. Uneven, small but sharp edges about the wall poke through the spaces in my sweater, scraping at me. Need to stop fidgeting about. If he sees it as a weakness, takes the opportunity to try to snuff me while I can't see in between the rubbing of my eyes, at least I could spring out at him. Wonder how my poker face looks because it feels tight across my face while blinking the last bit of nastiness out. It forces me to reluctantly look around at my surroundings of this dark and damp cell. With this dude, I just want to go on vacation. Yanks. Again, what sounded like cakes echoes eerily throughout the cell. But this time, a musky body odor is laid into the words, the type of smell of someone that was sweating out PCD suppressants and soaked in sex. And it just lingers about within this claustrophobic space of cement block walls and close-knit steel bars without a window for it to escape, seemingly feeding off whatever good air that did ventilate the space. That was loud as hell. Turning it stale, making me sick. Not going to answer or turn toward him. Let him keep rambling and mumbling on. Mumbling on about strange shit I don't want to hear. Already seen his face when I was first thrown into this cell. The noticeable cuts and marks on it ran deeply into his features and his blank expression. Even before he winked at me, it wasn't difficult to tell that he was off. The way his patchy dark complexion blended into the darkness made the dingy walls behind him seem that much bleaker. The incessant Yanks don't stop for nothing, with him rocking back and forth on the bench, while the chant bellows from out of the pit of his gut. Okay, it's getting weird. Now he's staring at me as he says it, bloodshot eyes nearly thrusting out their sockets. Had to piss for the past few minutes, the urge taunting me to get some balls. But the flickering of the lone dim what? But the flickering of the lone But the flickering of the lone dim watt bulb above us and the brown stained steel toilet right next to him makes it easy to hold it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Two COs strolling by, dragging their batons along the bars. My hearing swallowed up into their echoes makes it make my hearing swallowed up into their echoes makes it difficult to stay on point. My cellmate is taking his eyes off me and whipping his head towards the bars, then back at me with a hard stare, abruptly stopping the chanting. Abruptly stopping the chanting, silently watching me. My legs are nearly stuck into the floor from fear. But here's an opportunity. Okay, got to get to the toilet as quick as I can. Hitting the inside wall, aiming at a fly in the urinal. Yanks! The sick bastard is rising and starting towards me. But the two COs charged inside. They came so fast, butt ends of their batons flying into his abdomen, sending him meekly balled up into the corner. Damn! I nearly pissed on myself swinging around to look. One of the COs taps his partner and points at me, laughing his ass off. Comedy. Up metro police stations were pretty fucked up in comparison to the ones in down metro. I don't know if they have any in Midtown. The city made sure to stick the most racist, high-ranking officers they could find within these walls. At least, that's what it seems like. Especially seeing firsthand the amount. Damn it. This is a noisy neighborhood, y'all. Damn. Especially seeing firsthand the amount of Nubian desk officers practically glued to their seats when I walked through the precinct, along with the Nubian faces behind the bars as I was escorted to my cell. For years, community groups, councilmen, and major Nubian business owners and major Nubian business owners fought Nova City in the City Hall of Midtown, which is about the only time they were allowed on the island, and for the most part, off the bridge. But nothing fucking changes. Maybe it was the only way for Nova City to have some sort of foothold in the metro, a way to control the streets. Streets that were not backing down. Hey, yo, Turks! He barks at me like he's trying to holler at me. Not sure if that's the case or not. Still need to keep a discreet watch on his body movement. But I am tired of being a pussy. If anything, I am going to strike first. 0093139. I didn't want to lift my head up to see who called out my DL ID number. Another train. Shit, it's my supervisor looking down on me. What the fuck is he doing here? Let me in. He turned to the CO with him, tapping the bars. The dull sound of his knuckles going against them brings me nothing but worry. Did he just stride into the cell as if it's his own office? Nudging me over to sit, his polished suit seems to taunt the kayaks dude and myself from some high Eurocentric position. Listen, 0093139. Damn, he's laying a hand on my back. He has me. It just pisses me off to be referred to as a serial number instead of my actual name. Freaking corporation, fucking corporation protocol. Fucking corporation protocol. You don't want to be in here for too long. I hate this smirk and this condescending pat on my back while he glances over at the kayaks dude. Kayaks dude. Not for too long at all, and being involved in, let's say, an unfortunate position you are in now. He pauses and stares at me, taking a hold of my knee, shaking it. It won't keep you employed, much less free. An ultimatum is coming. His tone changes, and the stagnant air in here shifts. The chief of this station is a close acquaintance of mine, and he agrees with me. You were just at the wrong place at the wrong time. I knew it! The rug in her body had my DNA all over them. Had to be. Who needs fluid when they can read skin and heat crumbs? Hey, stop drifting and pay attention. Is he scolding me like I'm a child? If only I wasn't in this position, I'd already be at his fucking throat. Now, he pauses, then hastily turns away, scrunching up his face. Remember that case you had right before you ended up in here? Turning his head in my direction, the question gingerly leaves his lips, but the quivering of those thin lips afterwards and his flushed pinkish complexion speaks something contrary to his laid-back demeanor. Yeah. I feel lifeless. We are interested in her activities. His face shifts deviously. Hold on. Another train. His face shifts deviously. He can go. He points at me and makes some weird He points at me and makes some weird gesture with his other hand. When the guard sees this, he falls back into the damn trains. This is why I don't record now. But, I felt like being random today, so I figured I'd come early. But you see why, right? Train after train after train. When the guard sees this, he falls back into the bars, trying to catch himself. Let's go, you! He stammers nervously as he slides the gate behind me. Something about his interaction with my supervisor frightened him. What could it be? Why is the CO grabbing my shoulder like this? Why is the CO grabbing my shoulder like this? He's trying to steer me, not giving a fuck about my arm, about to go dead. Cigarette butts, what looked like shit-filled tissues and other nasty things, came flying from out between the bars, quickly filling up the path I walked. Scab! One screams out, followed by another. You're a bitch! From just about every dark cell comes insults and threats. Did they somehow know what took place in my cell, or could it be something else? Yikes! Don't let them make you eat them cakes! My former cellmate's words were loud and clear. There was no mistaking them. Don't eat them cakes! Something was being placed in their food. Move it! The guard's fingers are pressing even harder into my shoulders as he pushes me forward. I don't know who you are, but I don't want to be around you for too long. Come on! Why? Shit. Why did I let that slip out? Why? It could be interpreted as anything, and I just said it from feeling hopeless. Tell me why. Again, I plead. What am I doing? Why am I asking this guy anything? That's risking a club across the back of the fucking head. Or worse. You really want to know? His whisper into my ear. Hold on. And I gotta correct this. His whisper is more like he whispered. He whispered into my ear as he passes by me. His whisper into my ear as he passes by me is nothing less than unsettling. Okay, that was correct. Hello. Maybe it'll be nothing. I mean, we're still walking the same direction I came in after being booked, so that means on the way out of here. Wait. He's turning to me face to face. Cat looks like something straight out of one of those Cat looks like something straight out of one of those grimy police dramas. Didn't really get a whiff of the odd funk coming off his body because he was behind me. But now I do. Okay. Okay, I'll tell you. But first we need to get somewhere private. Oh shit. I just possibly set Oh shit. I just possibly set something off I can't deal with. Slowly, slowly, we seem to be deviating from the path. The white lines on the floor, the white lines on the floor are gradually changing from white to red. Cat has me creeping under and past cameras embedded in walls, windows of dark offices, and in some areas of the floor itself. This has me even more worried than I already am. Who's going to let someone go to know Who's going to let someone go that knows police security systems? The usual background sounds you will hear in the precinct from walking through doors, footsteps, talking or moving papers is vanishing. Neck's getting stiff from keeping my head up, so I'll just let it drop. No more lines on the floor, just worn away black and white tile. I want to know in 5. What is he talking about to someone on his receiver? What was that all about? What was all that about? Again, I risk a swift and painful response asking questions. Nothing to be concerned with. Just how we keep all this on the hush. Did he just pity pat me on the back? Did he just pity pat me on the back before hitting the button on his utility belt? The cuffs snap open. My wrist can breathe again. Guess he's not worried about me running off. Strange thing though, they didn't fall. They don't fall. Just rest on my wrists. Kind of want to go with that image running through my mind of me breaking them across his jaw, but I won't be doing that. Crap, my neck hurts. The cuffs are already removed, but I barely notice him doing it. Coming to a narrow stairwell, I'm sure to trip down its winding, darkened path. It's getting hard to breathe. The air almost feels toxic. I start coughing. Quit all the coughing and shit. His raspy whisper literally feeds into the short jab in the gut from the baton. It doesn't hurt much. I am in trouble. Come on, we're here. The door is dusty as hell. It probably hasn't been open for months. And as he creaks it open, foul, ranking smells fly out. In here, it's hot. It's hard to hide the fear in my voice, doing my best not to crap in my pants. Why did I even want to know? My eyes! Okay, I can see again. Why he flicked the lights on like that? Trains everywhere. That's a lot of noise in the hood. Before the struggling light bulbs, Jesus, before the struggling light bulbs could stop rattling, I'm getting pushed in. He steers me along by my neck. My eyes can't help but to dart about the room. Got to keep my head in one position without being noticed. Straining my eyes from the lack of light and trying to see areas beyond my peripheral could be why I'm getting a migraine right now. I'm all sorts of fucked up right now. I ignore the strain until I finish going over all the areas of the room more than once. Looks like a morgue that was shut down some time ago. I can only make out shadowy outlines of steel gurneys pushed up to the sides and boxes of files scattered about. My friends will be here soon. They'll tell you everything you want to know. I'm sorry, Tony. Coldly but silently, her name slips from my lips as if she's somewhere alive on my breath. I clutch at my chest to stop her name from heaving out again. It doesn't work, and my tears can't be held back. It's hard to stand. Finding myself on my knees. 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 Look at this guy. I barely heard the new voice in the room, even though it's booming above me. I feel weightless. I feel weightless. For some reason, my childhood memories are bubbling up, crawling over my skin with images. Blubbering over your little girlfriend, huh? What he said stung, crowded up my head, triggering years of self-pity, wanting release. But it's short-lived, killed off by the sharp point of a long shoe shot into my stomach. Ah! Ah! I can't hold it in. I can't hold it in. Shut up, nub! You better hold that shit in, or this can get worse for you. Much worse for you. By his gruff voice, I know he means every word of it. The shoe nearly cut into my insides. I don't care. Maybe I deserve it. But the lingering smell of anti-RP cream intermingled with sweat is too much to ignore. Enough to jog me out my neurosis. These four dudes circling around me more than likely are addicted to it. Anti-RP cream. Anti-RP cream never completely protected the skin from sunburn anyway. It just caused the skin to release more oil. It's fucked up. I even heard that some users suffer from a kind of roid rage. Nothing a citizen will want to see in their police force. What is that? Tony? From out of thin air, her face slowly streams together in an electrical purplish mist, ghostly breaking apart and reforming as before. Transparent, almost vaporous, but I know it's her. You want to know what all this is about, nub? Raspy tones mix in with aggression grating into his voice. The sound of it gets my stomach in a knot. I can't get out the way quick enough to avoid his hand swiftly diving through Tony's face. He's got a grip on a tuft of my hair, pulling my head up. The smile across his face while he slowly kneels down to me shows how much he is getting off on all of this. This is all about something special. About your people. Something you are all born with. Some small flecks of dead skin fly into my eye every time he speaks, along with spittle. This guy is literally falling apart. Wait, don't let my hair go. I can't stop my face from smashing into the floor. Ah, shit! It fucking hurts! Crepitus rings out from his knees as he clumsily springs up. Train. For a moment, it takes me away from the throbbing in my face, but I need to see what's going on. I could turn my head to one side, that's about all. Never heard anyone grunt the way he did before shaking his legs out. Another train, Jesus Christ. Good. He's walking towards the others. My nose is leaking. Just noticed the drops in front of me. Whatever that special thing was, it isn't going to be found out today. Or any other. They aren't going to leave me alive. Dylan, your turn to take one in the leg. Already? The reluctance in his voice sends chills up my spine, while the unmistakable sound of a pistol being cocked back echoes throughout the room. I can't stop shaking. Footsteps coming toward me. Need to fight back. Barely feel my arms and legs. Well, Nub, anything you want to say? There's a lot I like to say, but what's the use? Did you guys feel that draft? The dismay in his voice shifts everything. I may just survive this. What the fuck is it? The lights! The bulbs literally crack and the room goes dark. Pitch. It's growing cold. The floor is sapping heat from my body. Where's the switch? Find the goddamn light switch! One of them yells hoarsely. There's one by the door. Let me get my cell phone out to see. Way ahead of you. Pulled out my cell as soon as the lights went out. Pulled out my cell as soon as the lights went out. Doesn't work. No power. Anyone upgraded their iPads? At this point, it's hard to distinguish who is who. They're all going up and down in their tones. Who can afford that? They trip about, hesitant in their steps. They forget about me. And all of these, what the hell to do next scenarios I'm coming with require energy. Energy I don't have. Ah! One of them gasps. Dylan? Nervously slips from another. Dylan, that's the one who's going to take one from the team. Sounds like he just did. Shit! What the fuck is going on? Warren, Is that you touching me? Another one stammers. Get out of the room, George! Something else is in here with us! Run! They can barely talk. They can barely talk. Got just about all their names. But so what? All their footsteps are getting slower, less stumbling, and no talking. Just the type of movement when people sneak around. Something else is in the room with us. Its steps vibrate lightly across my belly through the floor as it moves about. Ah! One of them is howling, his scream joined by something breaking, then snapping. This can't be happening! Against the backdrop of the yelling, I can barely make out someone gurgling, choking, a strange, faint, grinding sound of bone against bone follows. With all this craziness taking place, my heart is thumping so hard, my whole body's rocking up and down against the floor. And am I getting on you? And am I getting colder? Without heat, I can't produce energy to get up out of here. No! A shout that becomes a wheeze fills the entire room. What the fuck? Now that's a sound I'm unfamiliar with. My arm! My arm! My arm! It's being... The scream is unreal. Each time something happens, I can't help but to cringe and brace to be hit or worse. What a fucking bitch I am! Well, at least I am getting a little bit of heat now. Can barely keep myself from losing it though. Loud crack after crack keeps snapping out into the darkness, with little cracklings breaking off after it. The screaming has stopped. Feeling weak. Oh no, not again. These blaring lights are burning into my eyes. Why did I even flick my lids open? Why did I even flick my lids open? Everything is fuzzy. Lost consciousness. Good. The ceiling is slowly coming into focus. Someone got me onto my back. Even though there's a chill still running about the room, it's not like it was earlier. But then again, all my limbs are numb. Can't hold my head up properly. It hurts drooping over like this. Maybe I can. Tubes are sticking out of my arm. What the hell are tubes doing sticking out of my arm? What the hell are tubes doing sticking out of my arm? Is this all I can do? Lay here, unable to move, staring at the almost luminescent liquid running through the tubes into my body. More of the room is coming into focus. I'm able to follow the tubes back to a machine. Oh shit. I'm strapped to a motherfucking gurney. What the fuck is going on here? Yelling is only making my throat sore, only to be met with my voice echoing back at me with a steely feel off the walls. The pressure in the tubes, the pressure in the tubes is changing. Another dosage of drugs. I'm starting not to care about none of this shit. Okay, all those echoes are settling down. Okay, all those echoes are settling down. Managing to still care about something without aggravating this drug-induced euphoria, allowing me to float above it all. One of the figures from out the right corner is approaching me. Keep your voice down, 93139. That's my supervisor's voice. Yeah. Now I could see him boldly leaning up against the straps and railing, crouching over to look down on me, emotionless. Lucky for you, we came in when we did. Why? Why am I all plugged up? Throat. Why? Why am I all plugged up? Throat hurts so much to talk. This is a nightmare. Never seen anything like it. You? One EMS worker says to the other, holding the other end of a stretcher, her long black bag limply rocks along on it. That much I can see. What happened? We should be asking you that. And why whatever madman that came through here left you alive? Train. I hear the words, but can't help but to feel unattached to them. What the fuck is going on here? I've been had enough, so keeping my professionalism is the last thing on my mind. It's the last thing on my mind. Where were the COs? Keep calm. Wait a minute. Who told you you could place your hand on my chest? Who told you you could place your hand on my chest? The coldness of it went right through my clothing. The pounding of my heart practically jumps into his palm. Can't focus. Everything in me wants to get out. He's going into arrest. My supervisor abruptly calls to one of the others in the room. This is not good. His MSH levels are almost off the chart. Even with the inhibitors we introduced, they are literally encouraging the surrounding melanocytes to eat through them. No, it seems the white blood cells are being directed in his neuromelanin to target the proteins of the inhibitors like they were a viral infection. Astounding. I don't fully understand what they're getting at, but I get enough for me to really panic. The monitors practically scraped at my eardrums, going off crazily in response. I'm slipping. Keep him alive. We need more SEP. Today, it's just not my day. Most of it has been spent passing out. How much time have I lost? At this time, they moved me from the station back to a DL med unit and put me in a gown. At least I'm not bound to anything or stabbed up with IVs, but my chest feels strange. Sore. So reluctant to reach under my gown and lightly sweep my fingers over bandages and lightly sweep my fingers over Bandages, 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 and something weird underneath. Staples? I can't hit the nurse button enough, getting drained by the thought of what they may tell me when they come in. We had to do a heart transplant, my supervisor says a little too evenly, stepping out from the shadows. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a fucking minute. What the You what? It can't be. Nothing is wrong with me. My heart is just fine. Nothing is wrong with it. They're there now. Our specialist is the best. The words that calmly came out of his mouth echo the elitism of mass gentrification. They're there now? What the fuck do you mean? You had no right. I could barely raise up to drop this fuck bag. Stinging in my chest, can't stop from falling back into the bed. My entire world had just collapsed into shit. My eyes are stinging. Damn train is coming. My eyes are stinging. My eyes are stinging, begging to well up, but I won't let them. We are repairing your heart. We are repairing your heart. His voice and demeanor carry no life. Wait a minute. What the fuck did this motherfucker just say? Repair? DL doesn't have that ability on their premises. Meanwhile, we have fitted you with a prosthetic one designed by one of our sister companies. I can't believe this. Hold on. All right. I can't believe this. I want my heart back now. No strength to reach up to him. My arm keeps feebly dropping back down against the railing. His quivering chest rises and falls. More sirens. Like he really fucking cares. Of course. And this brings us to the matter of the meeting that will take place this evening. He can't be serious. The stakes are obviously a bit higher now. It's an expensive procedure to repair your heart. Something your health insurance doesn't cover. Barely covered the one we performed. Smug bastard. He knows that if my new pay grade was approved earlier this year by him, then any procedure will be covered by directive living. We will have your heart fully repaired within a few hours. Luckily, the implant will hold up just long enough. Luckily, that implant will hold up just long enough. He speaks so directly, like he is referring to a piece of property. Like he's referring to a piece of property. Give him whatever you need to give him and to get him. Give him whatever you need to give him to get him out this bed and ready to work. He barks to a group of people in lab coats, tentatively huddled up by a gurney on the other side of the room. I am screwed. 3:30 p.m. Okay, let me get the outro out of the way. Another piece of train passing by. From least to best, east to west, what does one do to... From least to best, east to west, what does one need to be correct? East, west to east, north and south, how are we all working out on Ralph Reed's? I would like, or rather love, to thank you, queens and kings, fellow royalty, for stopping by. If you would like to leave a small donation, or connect with me on social media, kindly go to www.solo.to/RGMC. /RGMC 2407 on YouTube. Visit at RGMC 2407 or the Art of Bounce podcast channel. Follow the Art of Bounce podcast wherever you stream your favorite programs, including Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. Brought to you by Force Fed Digital and TURN, the United Ronin Networks. Check out other Ralph Reed's miniseries right here on TURN, the United Ronin Networks. We are Ronin. Fellow royalty, pick up a good book, read a good story, and set your good self free. I appreciate you, and I love you like cooked food. I will see you folks on the next edition of this Jaja Medjay miniseries on Ralph Reed's. Hold on tight and beware the bright lights. That'll do it. Now, where am I on this? Looking like near the end. Okay. All right. Save project. Rising depth. 6. Okay, that's done. All right, folks. Hang out with me for a little while. Sorry about that. Anyways, let us cool the hell out. Whew. Now then. Sorry, it gets kind of, chore-inducing doing this sometimes. When the heat is not regulated right inside the house, you know how it is in NYCHA projects. It's just ridiculous with the fucking heat. I mean, I should be thankful. At least you got heat, niggas. Some of us don't. I get that part. Trust and believe. I am very grateful. But it's just too much. It's too fucking much. All right, then. Let me just think of a thing to do right quick. All right. First off, save this. Turn on something new because I want to record for you. Cool. All righty. Thinking off the top of my head what to say. Don't mind me, I'm just thinking random. What could I do? Ah, okay. So here I am coming off the top. I'm going to come off the dome with this one, and I'm going to take myself back to Brooklyn real quick. But here in this situation, I'm taking it to Flatbush. And this was just in 2021. All right? One of my last days, okay? One of my last days in this whole profession because I was already getting sick of the crap. All right? Now, 2021, that's already well past 2020 and all the bullshit that came with that. You know, the pandemic, whatever the fuck you want to call that. It was enough to scare the shit out of the majority of us all, and admittedly, even I was scared too. And sadly, a lot of people had to lose their lives behind this. So no, whoever's saying it's a hoax or any of that dumb shit need to shut the fuck up right now, cause y'all sound vaccinated right now. But anyway, this particular position I had, sad that I had to walk away from it because of the simple fact that I was doing good. I was making money, and it was enough to retire with. Because I was getting all the days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, working in between Brooklyn and Harlem. I was working two different places, actually. And sometimes there would be a third somewhere in Williamsburg, you know what I mean? And that's just the way I had it. I had it locked. I was making money. I was making okay bank. But then, folks had to start to insist on, we have to start asking folks for their proof of vaccination. Add another hassle to the damn, that what's already difficult about doing this job. Now we have another rule that we have to make folks follow. Thanks. Hello, folks. Welcome to the building. I have to see your vaccinations, please, or proof thereof, before you can come in. Oh, folks, yes, we have to have our masks on and shit. Oh, I hated that. I hated that. I hated that so much. I hated that. And I hated the little blue sign and oh, folks have to be vaccinated in order to be in the building. Oh, shit. You know? Come on, man. What the fuck was that? You know what I mean? And that in itself was annoying because they was telling me, look, after a while, you're going to have to bring proof that you were vaccinated or show proof that you at least took the test and that you're negative. Great. All right. Cool. So that was one way I was going to do it. And to be honest, I was going to use the religion, the religion excuse. Apparently, here in this city, that wasn't going to fly. What? Fine. So it's gotten to the point where I had to do it. I got myself a fake card. Because that's how ridiculous it was. I couldn't go to Popeyes. I couldn't go to Chick-fil-A. I couldn't go anywhere without presenting some sort of proof of vaccination. This is what the world is now? Really? So apparently, this gotten people crazy. I mean, it's gotten me plenty crazy, knowing that I was gonna do more work, knowing that I had to stop people, knowing that I had to interrupt matters just to make sure people sign in the book before they could go upstairs. And that's why they had to sign. That's showing me proof that they showed me something. That's when they can sign. And that's another way of me counting folks. And yeah, this sort of place, yeah, You're Welcome. That's the name of the place. You're Welcome Brooklyn. You're Welcome Harlem. For the most part, I was working You're Welcome Brooklyn. I preferred that building actually because, to be honest, it was a nice building. And you can't just come into the building either. You have to be buzzed in. So every time there was somebody out there that needed access to the building, bing, there I was, with the button in hand, buzzing them in. Okay? And plus, it helps that this building had an elevator. The other facilities don't have nothing but a staircase. Too bad for the folks that have to drag themselves up and down those damn shits. And in one building, the west, inside the West Harlem building, the stairs are so steep, like you better be careful going up and down them shits. You know how people get so drunk they don't give a fuck? I happen to see one of them drunk ass uncles being stupid and yo, I don't know how the hell he did not break his neck. He took 2 steps coming down from the top where the damn place is. He took 2 steps the wrong way and tumbled viciously down those damn stairs. Boom, boom, poof! He landed on his back. I'm there. Sir, please don't move. Right away, I called the ambulance. I mean, there was no way he didn't break something. The ambulance came, thank God, got him out of there. So, I mean, it was standard procedure. I mean, I see anybody dropping like that, I'm going to call authorities. Shit happened to somebody else. Somebody else wasn't a drunk uncle this time. It was a young man, not even 25 years old, maybe less than that, had the nerve to be tumbling down the damn stairs like he lost his damn mind. And then once he got to the bottom of the stairs, he kips up and rolls laughing as he leaves the spot. I couldn't help but crack him with him, yo. So, yeah, man, it pained me to realize that I had to leave this establishment soon because of all the money I was making, because of all the days I was getting, knowing I'm never going to get them again. And to be honest, I was reaching to the point I'm gonna retire after this because it's just ridiculous how we got to get treated for not getting vaccinated. I refuse to be vaccinated, and that's another story that I'll tell another time, just not now because it's just sickening. It's sickening the shit you had to go through while you riding a boat and you want to take off your mask because you want to breathe. And mind you, I'm fucking asthmatic, right? So I need to breathe sometimes. To have some dickhead to say, oh, hey, you need to put the damn thing back on. Hey, what the fuck are you gonna do? You're gonna kick me off the boat if I don't? Asshole! 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 I'm asthmatic. Let me fucking breathe. So after a while of me screaming on them, they leave me alone. God damn it. This shit has gotten ridiculous, y'all. And for people to lose their jobs because of it, it's some bullshit. Word up, man. So many of my people had to die. So many people had to lose their jobs. So many people had to become homeless behind this shit. This shit ain't shit, man. Fuck, man. And to think how people across the world will fucking act behind this shit. People in Australia, people that I know in Australia will tell me, yo, people would come knocking on people's doors out here. I'll shut up because then I'm going to start getting all political and start, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. Meanwhile, back at Flatbush, right? Mind you, one of the last nights I'm there, through forced retirement. Yeah, I'm saying it, forced retirement. And then it become to the point where I'm starting to like, all right, man, I'm going to have to realize this is what it is. It basically went from a forced retirement to a welcoming retirement. Like I was starting to like the idea that I was going to stay home and shit. Save a little bit of pennies that I get left from all of these jobs because I'm not working any more of them. That was it. Gotten to the point once they said, oh, all right, this is the last weekend, you gotta show me some proof. Like, oh, fucking hell. And one of these last days, I'm pissed off. I got the whole mug on my face. I'm mad. I'm looking at the blue fucking sign with the white lettering, and I want to spit on it. But there's cameras around, so I ain't want nobody to see me spitting on nothing, I had a blunt, I rolled it, I didn't give a fuck. I'm puffing heavy on the blunt outside the building, daring somebody to say something to me, because I'm the motherfucker I'm the motherfucker with authority in this place. Alright? You're fucking right, I'm smoking weed. And then some dickhead is gonna walk by and talking about, hey, yo, what's going on here? Y'all see people coming in, you know what I mean? What's that, equipment? What, y'all gonna start a party? Yeah, it's a party. Privacy only, though. Only invited guests. Well, I'm coming through, guns blazing. And I'm like, yeah? Well, you know what? I'll be right here, waiting on you. Let's just say that didn't sit right with him. For some reason, that dude kept it moving. He must have heard the demon coming out of me. And mind you, I'm already fucking pissed off because I'm knowing I'm about to leave this establishment one of these days. So on my final days doing this damn thing, I'm forced to go to West Harlem and say goodbye to the staff up there. I'm forced to go to the Williamsburg area and then, say goodbye to my people over there. And then, of course, the Brooklyn establishment, saying goodbye to them. Shit, man. And then I was gonna retire decently that upcoming July. But apparently I had to eat a lot of shit. So I didn't get to do what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. Fine. That's cool. Like I said before, I sometimes be having, these little gigs every now and again. I don't work every weekend now. I don't work every day anymore. None of that. I don't. But there are times, I probably work one time a month, 2 times a month, and that's it. I'm officially retired. I'm trying to tell you, is the only reason why I'm doing this is because Bidenomics is not being feasible and motherfuckers ain't giving out no motherfucking stimmy checks. That's just the reality of it. The fuck. You know what I'm saying? So as I start retirement, I'm seeing my funds dwindle, but I'm being careful of how I spend my money. I tend not to eat out too much like I once did when I was working. When I was working, of course I was doing the DoorDash thing and the Uber Eats bullshit. But now that I know what's about to happen and I've already planned out this future, the little bit of money I had saved up was going to, obviously deplete and shit. It's just what it was, you have to live. And sadly, you do what you gotta do you do what you gotta do to make ends meet, however you gotta do it, man. And that's what I've been doing on and off, man. And I'm very thankful for my guys and them over there giving me shots, letting me rock with them sometimes, man. And that's all. What a way to end your career, man, on some sucker shit, on some bullshit. It's bad enough within your life, no matter where, it depended also where you went. You wake up in the morning knowing you got to work later that day. You get prepared for the day. That in itself takes about a couple hours. Then, if you're uptown, well, let's say Harlem, and you got to go to Brooklyn, expect to give up 3 hours of your life going back and forth. Unless, of course, you got funds for an Uber. And if you're far enough in Brooklyn, having to take your ass back uptown, it's still going to take you an hour. I was never down with that. The 9 to 5 shit where you're waking up 7 o'clock in the morning and or even earlier than that, just to get ready to get out the door 7 o'clock, 7:30 to end up to a job at 9 and then working all the way to 5, only to take trains and buses or whatever have you back home, huh? That's another hour and a half you spend on your way back home. And then what? You only got but so much time with your family. Might want, might do a dinner thing or whatever, maybe watch a movie. And that's it. You're going right back to sleep. Everybody saying good night an hour and a half later. I was never with that, man. To hear my moms, man, call me up while I'm going to work and say shit like, oye, mi hijo, ¿cómo tú estás? Yo no te veo. Yo deseo verte. She would say to me, and it's like, coño, mami, quisiera verte. Yo quisiera verte también, pero yo estoy trabajando ahora buscándome los chavos, hombre. God damn it. I wish I could have fucking just left and say to the job, yo, listen, y'all, I'll come back another day. I got an emergency. I should have did that, man. I should have did that. So, yeah, it's safe to say I got a couple regrets. Y'all pardon me right now, man, because, you know, I be thinking about all this shit, all this fucking shit. You know, and it's like, damn, man, it's not fair, yo. It's not fair. So here I am, you know, when I'm doing this podcast and shit, I'm hoping something comes out of it, man. Like you know, the right person or the right entity. You know, doing this podcast, man, I'm hoping I can, you know, find some sort of solace, some sort of therapeutic comfort from it. So I'll be losing it, man. I'll be losing it sometimes, man. Just thinking about the regret I get, man. The shit I had to eat, especially from these last jobs, man. That you're welcome. But the staff always treated me well. I got no beef with none of y'all. Hell no. It was always a good look working there. It's just that too bad we couldn't have a meaningful relationship. I mean, I did bust out a year over there. And it should have been my last hurrah, but apparently the Bidenomic bullshit taking place in this administration just really ruined things. And to think, I don't care much about the orange guy, you know, that other, you know, the last president, you know, I didn't really care for him, but at least with him, he gave up, you know. I can't help but to think things were a lot more economical. I don't know. I could be just talking shit. I could be the only one talking this shit. But again, sorry, I didn't mean to get political. Man, shit. Maybe I should do a whole political show one day. But in the meantime, folks, thank you for stopping by and listening to me rant yet again. Right here in the Art of Bounce, y'all. And that's, I guess, haphazard tale of you're welcome. Take care, y'all. Let me save that. All right, folks. Let's hang out some more, right? Like a little, you know, between you and me, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Spurt Low in the house. Salute my guy, Ralph Garcia. That's my Australian dude I was talking about earlier. Ain't that something? Marvelous Multimedia up in there, 631 in the house. Lady J. Gould, I finally caught you. Salute, family, love, and loyalty to you, Lady J. And Geologic and friends also tuned in. Thank you all. Oh, man, I'm very glad y'all did, man. You know, I'm over here thinking I was by myself, to be honest. Here it is, it's 10:30, December 7th, Thursday, 2023, and I'm glad. And for those that's still sticking around here, thank y'all for joining me tonight, man. I'm very, very thankful y'all here, and I'm thankful for the Ranters Union. I'm thankful for the Art of Bounce podcast. I'm thankful for y'all giving me a chance. Force Fed Digital, Force Fed Digital got a couple of other programs. For instance, My Bronx Story is another one. And then they got From Common Sense to Nonsense. Funny ass show. And My Bronx Story is another nice show. And we're, and of course, The Art of Bounce. We are a part of Force Fed Digital. Just a bunch of guys who are from the Bronx or used to live in the Bronx like myself. Just a ranting and raving about, about a whole myriad of things, Like for instance, From Common Sense to Nonsense, they like to discuss current events and the like, and it's always guaranteed laughter with them. And My Bronx Story is more of a dramatic thing, though, a therapeutic thing for the host, Kingsbridge Rich, sharing his chronicles with you, and a lot of them are thematic elements that some may not be prepared for, and a lot of trigger warnings when it comes to his show, so you might want to respect that. But Force Fed Digital, I am proud, I'm very happy that these folks gave me a chance to, at first, I'm gonna be honest, I was looking for reasons not to do it. They had asked me, look, man, we can use your voice. You have one of the greatest voices anyone's ever heard, and I'm pretty sure you heard it before. You definitely heard that a few times, and me just telling you that is just me telling you once again how great your voice is, and we want you to share it with us. I'm like, but yo, I'm doing my own channel. I don't want niggas getting mad at the fact that I got my own channel. That's why I had to leave a lot of motherfuckers, because they don't understand that even though I'm trying to help them, I got my own channel to work on too. They go, it's okay. You can put this on your channel if you want. We want you to do this podcast with us. How could I say no, man? Even though I found a lot of reasons to try to say nah, it was like, look, go ahead, man. Just rant and rave about a former NYC bouncer. That's it. Do it. We will love it. Like, okay, fine. So I got talked into it, and ever since then, man, I'm almost 20 episodes deep since debuting back in Labor Day. Labor Day, I started this, ironically, But yeah, man. Am I very happy to share that with you? As usual, I'm in the New York state of mind. So we're gonna hang out a little bit before I get up off this piece. Oh my Lord, Jack Reacher. No, Jack Herrer. Oh, this just smells like garbage. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, oh, like good garbage. Like it has that smell. Ooh, shit. Whoa, this sativa. This is sativa shit. Oh, wow. You're getting a whiff of that. Wow. This is deep. Damn. Y'all know I'm a stoner. I'm a stoner like a motherfucker. 51 years of age, and I'm happy to be taken away at y'all, man. I hope y'all could excuse me ranting and raving on that art of podcast recording, man. I went deep on that one, I think, because I didn't want to get political, but I got political, if that makes sense. And I'm pretty sure I got my feelings intact on there. And I was told by my friends, man, yo, go ahead and rant and rave. Do it, man. Don't worry, we'll Whatever you give us, I know you edit your own shit, but we'll hook it up from this end, whatever needs tweaking, which they help me with a lot. And I'm so happy that they helped me out in this endeavor. Y'all can find it. It's its own YouTube channel, The Art of Bounce Podcast. And of course, I want y'all to follow me on Spotify, on Amazon Music. Find me anywhere over there. And I'm also on Apple Podcasts. Please be so kind to leave me a 5-star rating. You already see how much of my heart I put into this podcast, so, ain't no bullshit, man. I'll be telling the truth, man. I'll be telling the truth. And the truth will set you free. I always believe that. Put this microphone back in. SM7B SHURE Granddaddy. Okay. Big up to my peoples checking in. Big up to you guys still hanging out with me right now. Now will be the time to light up your blunt. Wow, this is good. Wow. Nice and clean. Man, big up to the gas station over at Staten Island. This is where I copped this at. If y'all in Staten Island, y'all need to go check out the gas station. Tell them your guys from the United Ronin Network sent you there. All right? Particularly, let them know that. And if they get confused, who's they? The guy with the voice, the big guy with the voice? Then they'll know. Because, to be honest, I was going elsewhere. Somewhere in Brooklyn. To cop weed, and for some strange reason, dude was really violating my time. I'd call, he never answered my shit. I'd text, he never answered my shit. Only until a certain time of the night, and it's always at night, like the fuck I gotta wait all day for. But I've done that for a number of years, even through the pandemic. Yeah, even through the pandemic. I'm calling the guy. I mean, it's funny how we first met back in 2018 when he just steps to me, because I was working at a place. I should record this, right? But nah. I was working at a place doing security, and I just happened to stare at him. He stares back at me. Hey, you smoke weed, don't you? I'm like, yeah, of course I do. Here, smell this. And he showed me shit. Blew my mind at first whiff. Yeah, that's what I sell. Here, take my card. And we started a nice relationship ever since 2018. 2018. Now, after all these years, you'd think, because it was just only recently I stopped going to him. That was it. You know, I resorted to going places in the hood, and that's a dangerous move because you never know out here. But in my favor. I've been going to these guys on and off, you know, in the hood, and these are guys I can trust here, but you can't just go anywhere. You know what I'm trying to say is get to know who the fuck you're fucking with, so they don't give you no bullshit. You know. Lo and behold, I found a nice spot and stand on and hold on. Obviously gotta light this up. As you can see, I'm very passionate, very happy about this right here. I recommend you go to Stand On. You see, I could have been giving my other guy all the business. Guess he don't want my business because it took for me to call him and he don't pick up, and I'm tired of that fucking disrespect. Pick up the fucking phone when I'm calling you. I don't like calling anybody, so you need to pick up the phone when I'm calling you. But again, so delicious, so clean. You could tell there's no bullshit in there. Wow, excuse me. That does his work. This shit tastes good. Woo! Okay? And I come from Harlem, and I would take a whole boat to get over there. You're fucking right. I mean, I've always gotten out of my way when it comes to weed. Yes. You can't just go anywhere, like I said. But I'm very happy with this shit. And, you know, I got family and Stand On it too, so that always helps. And can't go wrong at all. At all. No, you can't. Well then, folks, to get up out of your hair, don't forget to go there. And stay sexy. It becomes you. Alright? Now, with those things being said, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you next time on Ralph Redraw. Peace.